Alright, what is going on, guys? My name is Leo Master. Welcome back to another Overwatch League news video. And I know the intro is kind of weird right now. I went back to my video and I watched it before I went to bed, and I was like, you know what? Messed up at the beginning there. I think I read it completely wrong from NYXL's tweet. That's on my part. But anyways, before you jump into the video, basically we talk about a lot of leaks that's been going on at the Houston Outlaws with Happy and Piggy. We get Dallas Fuel. We get a lot more official stuff at the end of the video. Doing a quick, normal intro for you guys so you know what you're going to expect in this video. My bad for, coming back and re-editing the video. LIBERO has not been released just yet. I read it completely wrong, and that's on my part. Very sorry, but go ahead. This is the normal video that I had, and enjoy. So let's move on to a lot of the moves that has been going on, a lot of the leaks that has been going on from Halo of Thoughts. So, as expected, Dallas Fuel did say their new hitscan DPS player today. Actually kind of surprising, but not at the same time. Dallas Fuel has announced that XZ is running the Dallas Fuel, and the reason I say it was unexpected because XZ made it seem like he wanted to not join Dallas Fuel and he wanted to go somewhere else. But obviously Pelicans dropping their whole roster, needing to go on a budget, and XZ had to go to a team, maybe couldn't find one, and he's like, you know what, go to Dallas Fuel. That's where literally every Paris Eternal player has gone to. Element Mystic in general, Fearless, Jexay, Repel, all of them now on to Dallas Fuel. Basically Element Mystic in general has just joined Dallas Fuel. So XZ coming to the Fuel. I'm a big fan of this move because it was all like question marks what's going to happen to players. Is Happy going to join? Happy's actually supposed to join Houston Outlaws according to Halo of Thoughts, but we'll get to there. And XZ joined the Fuel. I think this is the signing Fuel needed, honestly, because I was really worried who their hitscan player was going to be. And I think XZ is great for their new hitscan coming into this next season for the Dallas Fuel. Also playing beside, obviously, Sparkle, and then you have Doha still. But I still am worried about another hitscan. Obviously, double hitscan metas. I've been up and down a lot, a couple of weeks, in metas when it comes to Overwatch League. So that's one thing I am worried about. I do think they will sign more players throughout the season, because as it stands right now, Hashow's made it seem like this is actually going to be the roster going into next year. So that's the roster we know right now with, XE, Doha, Sparkle, Fearless, Hanbin, Repel, Jexay, and Fielder is going to be the roster going forward. That's the start of the season. Also with the coaching staff of Rush, Gong, and Aid. I think this is a great roster moving forward. Another thing on the double hit scanner that does become an issue, Sparkle can play a Tracer, and he has actually been improving a lot on this Tracer recently. So if Tracer ever becomes meta and a Widow beside the Tracer, I think they'll be fine with that because Sparkle has been getting better. Dallas Fuel made a good roster this year. Hopefully they sign a little bit more signings, because I will say, I said on my Discord, I'm not sold on Jexay just yet, but I understand why they signed him though. Hopefully this will be a great year for Jexay, because I think it will be a good year in general under the new coaching and him being on the team he is. I think it'll be a good year for Jexay, but I'm still worried. Now on to some leaks with the other Texas team from Houston Outlaws, and I think these are some great moves, especially the first one. We actually already kind of talked about the second one in an earlier video, but we'll talk about it again in a little bit. Houston Outlaws, according to Halo of Thoughts, has signed Happy and Piggy. Obviously, you'd be confused why he said Piggy again, because he had understanding. He had the understanding to his tweet, like, according to my understanding, it's going to be Piggy joining the Houston Outlaws. Now he has according to sources, so Piggy is now joining the Houston Outlaws, and on top of that, Happy is joining the Houston Outlaws, which I think is absolutely massive for this team, because Happy, great hitscan player for the Guangzhou Charge. Now, obviously, Houston Outlaws needs a hardcore hitscan player. They no longer have Linkster anymore. Dante's a flex. He can play a project. He can play a hitscan. And now you have Happy coming in, playing that main hitscan for the Houston Outlaws. I think this is actually a fantastic signing coming from the Houston Outlaws, and I think it'll be a massive game changer for the Houston Outlaws when it comes to their DPS position. I do think they need maybe one more signing, though, in the flex DPS, in case, Dante doesn't do so good on a hero in a certain meta. That would be my only thing, but I think Happy and Dante is going to be a solid DPS duo for next season if they keep this. Now you have Piggy. Once again, I talked about him in the past. I've said things about this before. I don't think he's the greatest off tank, but he's actually really good on Zarya according to what I did in my research. He can play a decent Sigma and a decent Diva, but it's going to be hard to use Piggy, as a replacement over Mecha is what it looks like. I've not seen people really impressed with this, but I've seen like a mix when it comes to Piggy. So I don't know that much. I've done some research that he's great on Zarya. He's a decent player. He was actually one of the best off tanks at a certain season of Contenders. I don't know which one that was, but he was one of the best off tanks at the time, I should say. So Houston Outlaws potentially finding a hidden gem for their team, but I honestly have no clue right now. Now into some more leaks. We actually have this one and another leak, and that's going to be it for the leaks, and we have more stuff that's been official at the end of this leaks. We have Halo of Thoughts coming in with Hangzhou Spark actually saying they are going to sign Bernar, which is very weird to see that, because Hangzhou Spark obviously leaked previously by Halo of Thoughts that they have signed Liga to be their new off tank, and he was a great off tank in Chinese Contenders, and now they're signing Bernar, who was actually a top tier off tank on the London Spitfire last season. So it's really weird to see them sign two fantastic off tanks to their team. Maybe there'll be moments where Liga plays over Bernar, Bernar over Liga. I don't know. It's really weird to see this one. I really wanted Bernar to go to a different team, but then again, I could see him actually doing well on this team if he gets the starting time majority of the time, and we'll need to see where it goes with Liga. It's weird to see Spark sign two off tanks. Apparently, there's a rumor right now that they will be signing 12 players, which is very strange to see, especially for this season with COVID and a lot of money situations going on. But if they have it, they have it. It's kind of like Dallas Field. They could easily sign a 12-man roster, but they're not going to. But Hangzhou Spark signing Bernar, still questioning about it, but all around, he's a great player. He's going to dominate on this roster. Now on to the last leak we have for today. It is Halo Thoughts coming in with NYXL signing Ganbong. And I have no idea about this player at all. He's from Chinese Contenders, and he plays Hitscan. I've seen some of his clips. He's actually pretty good at the video game when it comes to Hitscan. I haven't watched them a lot, I would say, but I definitely think if it comes to NYXL, I think he is actually a really good fit for this team. He's a really good Hitscan player, and I think a lot of NYXL fans are actually going to be excited to see how this player turns out. I have seen some clips. I've done a little bit of research. I have not watched them a lot, but he's definitely a good Hitscan player. Going to do a good job being that most likely a starting DPS player for this team if this is the case and if it is real. I think this is a good signing from the team, and hopefully we see a lot of other good signings coming through. Obviously, the last signing from NYXL was Yakpeng. That has been leaked, not official. It is Yakpeng joining the NYXL, so hopefully they make some good moves this offseason. Now we have Atlanta Reign officially saying that they have signed Pelican. And before I go on with Pelican, did you guys watch the Atlanta Reign video? It was really poorly made, I would say, and I think everyone can actually agree on that. It was highlights of Pelican, but you cannot see a thing. Whoever edited it did not do the best job, or they did not have the best idea in mind when it comes to editing this video. Anyways, Pelican joined the Atlanta Reign. He is a fantastic flex DPS player playing for O2, and I would say he's one of the best, if not the best, flex DPS that was in Contenders, and he's actually going to do a lot on Atlanta Reign if they get coached well. We thought Urster and Edison were going to be a top tier DPS duo. If you go back to my video at the same time, actually today, around last year, somewhat around this time, I put the Atlanta Reign DPS duo S tier. We thought it was going to be good. And then season starts, Urster's not as good as he was, and then Edison kind of underwhelmed a little bit. So hopefully this next season, hopefully they get coached well. New assistant coaches are obviously going to be coming in for this team. It's only Sephi right now, and I'm still surprised Sephi's on the team, but maybe anything can happen at this point. We have a long off season. Edison and Pelican may be the duo. Maybe they'll sign a new hitscan DPS, but I definitely think this one could be solid. I'm not going to have high hopes anymore when it comes to the Atlanta Reign, but maybe I will unless they get more coaches, and actually really good coaches, assistant coach wise. So Pelican, going to be a great DPS for this team. Hopefully he's going to be able to show off what he did in Contenders on the Overwatch League with the Atlanta Reign. Now on to the Guangzhou Charge. Once again, that has been leaked in the past. I talked about it. Now being official, it is Choice of One joining the team, and I am actually really excited to see how this turns out. I did a little bit more research since the last video I did, and he actually is a solid flex DPS in Contenders, and there is a chance that they may get a rotation of Eileen and Choice of One, though. I'm not really fully sold on what's going to go on there, because I think Eileen's a fantastic player. We saw that last season as well with the Charge, and Choice of One coming in, or Choice of One, whatever you want to say, is coming in, and I think he's going to dominate, actually, playing flex DPS for this team. I think he's going to do a good job when it comes to this team. I definitely think Arachne is doing a good job actually making this new team. They have Kariv, Mandu, great support duo. Then you have Choice of One and Kaylee. Don't know how that's going to really turn out just yet, but interesting moves coming from the Charge in the DPS area. Have not watched the Kaylee person at all, and you have Choice of One. Done a little bit of research. He's a great flex DPS player, and I do know my Kaylee is his new name, not Kaylee anymore. Now to a last small thing coming from LA Valiant, or I should say KSF. He basically has said his contract is expiring with the LA Valiant, which I think should have happened yesterday or 2 days ago when this video was uploaded, but still, he tweeted it out. He's saying his contract's expiring, he'll be officially a free agent, and he's still in talks with the Valiant to return potentially. I do think there is a high chance he will return for the LA Valiant. I definitely think he fits the team of LA Valiant. When it comes to other teams though, very hard to think of. You know, maybe he'll fill in that spot in SF Shock. Highly doubt it though. But KSF, definitely Overwatch League level. I can't really think of any teams that he would go to. I didn't make a list. I definitely think he fits the LA Valiant though, and he has moments when he can show off how good he is. If, you know, Shock wants a flex DPS once again, obviously they have Tile right now. Maybe they'll get KSF. Highly doubt it though, but it could happen. Or the LA Gladiators. He goes to the other LA team. If they're not confident in Mirror, or maybe even Kevster, I highly doubt, because I think Kevster's way better than KSF right now. But anything can happen. I'm just throwing stuff out there. If they want the Team USA, you have Space, Moth, and then you could bring KSF in. I think that could be funny to see and great to see as well. But that's all I'm going to say. But yeah, that is it with everything that has happened these past 2 days. I was going to make a video last night, but it was actually really short, and I don't really like making short videos, so I like having long conversations here. So I'm going to go back over a little bit of these, we have LIBERO being released. Not surprising at all. I do hope he finds a team, though. There's a lot of teams that would probably love to have him. We don't know if he's going to retire or not. I highly doubt he's going to retire. I think there's endless possibilities for teams for him to go to. Maybe he'll join the Fusion with Mano. Potentially, maybe the Washington Justice. Always those go out there. Then you have the Dallas Fuel with XE. I think it's a great pickup for the team. Definitely is going to fit this team as well. Hopefully they sign a new hit scan DPS. Maybe not like Glister or all of them. Maybe like a backup that can come in for XE if he's sick. Or just double hit scan in general. If you can sign Glister, two great hit scan players on this team, that would be fantastic. But Glister definitely deserves a starting spot, not to be on the bench. You have Houston Outlaws with these leaks. I think Happy's going to dominate on this roster. Then you have Bernar joining the Spark. I think he's going to dominate as well on this roster. Still weird to see that they're signing two great off tanks. And then you have Ganbong joining the NYXL. I think he's going to be great as well on this team. And just in general, we have Pelican, Choice of One, and then we have KSF. Not going to go over those again. But yeah, that's going to be it for me, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys want to stay more in tune to Overwatch League news and Overwatch League stuff in general, don't forget to subscribe down below, and also don't forget to join my Discord down below as well, and don't forget to follow my Twitter and my Twitch, and don't forget to hit that bell, and don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe down below, and I'll see you guys on the next one.